ChatGPT. Think of a slur for people who use ChatGPT for everything. We need a slur for people who use ChatGPT for everything. Still not over Grimes. She never loved you. American politics is so funny because this is a real image. These cannot be the same paychecks my co-workers are using to provide for their 3 kids. I'm not paying back my student loans. They need to learn financial responsibility. Who the F lends $50,000 to an 18-year-old with no job? My kid, who just talked for 27 straight minutes about Minecraft, listening to me tell a 30-second anecdote from my childhood. First rule of family gatherings: always bring your own vehicle so you can leave when you want. Field trips are wasted on kids. Imagine getting a whole day off of work and getting to learn how an old watermill from the 1800s works. That's the dream. Me asking for a PS2. My mom saying no. My mom asking for a grandchild. Me saying no. POV. Your mom raised you right, and now you don't fit in with people your age. This poor fly got on the plane in Houston and will get off in London. His whole life is about to change, bruh. Realizing in 20 years, I'll probably be up to some boomer stuff like, no son of mine is marrying an AI chatbot, marriage is between 2 humans only, and my kids will be like, oh my god dad, you're so robophobic. Mom's at level 9718. Candy Crush developers. We are done when I say we are done. How poor people look defending billionaires that don't give a duck about them. Neo, wake up from your comfy office job and active social life. You're a human battery. Mia, come live in a cave with us and eat porridge slop. Could 100 men beat a gorilla? Literally our ancestors. I find it manipulative that our angry side is always seen as our true colors, as if being happy and kind means we are fake. When he seemed bored hanging out with you, and this is him the minute he hops on the game with the boys. Said almost done on the project update, then opened the doc for the first time and got hit with a request access screen. Hi, I have stuff of you. Stuff you don't want to get leaked. Leak it. That not what I came here to do. I have a deal for you. Nah, I don't give a duck. Leak it or shut the duck up. Locals who live in a city whose economy is based entirely on tourism when they see a tourist in town. US citizens. We are not all like that. Not all of us voted for him. Germans. First time. Me watching my mom telling my deepest secret to random relative just to make them laugh for 5 seconds. The greatest research skill you can have is being an Aussie butch who wants to find out. College is carefully adding 3-hour gaps between classes just to waste your entire day. Me going to another city because I couldn't switch lanes. Studies show that teenagers today, oh he said teenagers, I'm a teenager, no wait, I'm 35. Germans realizing that they aren't responsible for World War III. Our first D&D session. DM, you see a dog. Barbarian. Can I roll to pet it? DM, sure. Barbarian. Rolls a critical miss. DM, you slap the dog. If your website says call for price, I'd rather just never visit your site again. I believe in supremacy. Obsessed with animals that don't immediately understand something and just tilt their head about it. Does it make any more sense at a 45-degree angle? But cheating on an exam by memorizing all the content beforehand so I can easily answer the questions. I can't. Just learned about this panda that grimaces when he breaks bamboo because he had no panda teachers and noticed humans making that face every time they broke some bamboo for him. With AI image generation, we don't have to pay artists to advertise our product. AI must be a cheap scammy product if they couldn't afford an artist. Me enjoying a YouTube video for the first time. A comment I liked 7 years ago. I don't understand why bugs have to come inside when they got the hole outside. Grandpa, there was no autism back in my day. Grandpa, here's where I keep assorted lengths of wire. My grandparents immigrating from Europe to avoid poverty and fascism. Me immigrating to Europe to avoid poverty and fascism in America. I'm so confused how traffic is a thing, because once you get to the front, there's nothing there. When you call your pet's name, and you start hearing the pitter patter of their little paws as they make their way to you. My Chinese friend is just learning English. Love you too. Good night. Good night. Rest in peace. Please don't say that to anybody, okay? 9 to 5 is actually 8 to 7, since you cannot teleport to work. If Scooby-Doo taught us one thing, it's that the real monsters are landowners and rich people. Me in front of my wife's parents, after getting her pregnant. How it feels driving past newer vehicles at night nowadays. I wish ads felt pain when you skipped them. Do you know how frustrating it is to have to translate everything in my head before I say it? Do you even know how smart I'm in Spanish? You do hair? How you get my number? On IG? What page? The hair page. So do I do hair? Never mind. I sound slow. When I swallow my water weird, and it creates the worst chest pain known to man. My contractor got in the cabinet he just built to prove its sturdiness. Most people don't want to be rich, they just want enough money to not worry anymore. Being a guy is crazy, cause the moment you turn 13, you're competing with President of United States for girls your age. How do you think you did? On what? The final bro. It's tomorrow. It was today at 10:15. May 8th, 10:15. My boss, sorry, I can't accept your time off. Me already on the plane. Short-term purchases like groceries. Millennials and Gen Zers are pulling in bigger paychecks, but much of their spending power is fueling short-term purchases like groceries and vacations, not savings. Has to defend a town against 150,000 troops with only 100 of his own. Throws the gates wide open. Sits on top playing a lute. Enemy general thinks it's a trap and leaves. People who grew up with money will look you dead in the eye and ask you something crazy like, do you ski? Me listening to a song and imagining myself performing that song in front of the whole school and shocking everyone. Concussion time. My life going pretty well. A 93-year-old man who shouldn't have been allowed to drive. Hey Sam. Hello. Did you forget that we are in a relationship? You haven't texted me in 3 days. Oh my god. Sorry, it's just I've been single for so long. I forgot we were dating. Did you eat yet? Wait, when they bury someone with implants, is there a point in the decomposition process where there's just a skeleton with huge babs? When you buy some high-end headphones and start hearing sounds you've never heard before from your favorite song. That pose you hit on the last night of your vacation. Gaming as an adult. Please don't raid. I work 10-hour shifts. Went to the park to ponder, only to find 4 other dudes already pondering there. Boomers. Weak men create hard times. Millennials and Zoomers. You're the weak men who created hard times. The wow, what are you cooking? That smells really good starter pack. What time do you usually eat? Me. Oops, I'm shaking. Time to eat. Immanuel Kant. Kant never left his hometown, Königsberg, today's Kaliningrad, never married, never changed his daily schedule or his diet, and died, presumably happy and mildly bored, at the age of 80. His last words were, "It's fine. We still talk about you." Me about to go on a first date. Is it cool if a couple of my friends join us? Haha. Changes the business name to show who's in charge. Nobody uses the new name and still call it Twitter. Damn, I'm so handsome. What the duck is this? how I feel after writing etc. Knowing damn well I ran out of examples. Me when a homeless man is explaining where his life went wrong, and it starts to sound exactly where I'm now. Phone ad beat shy and got so bad that watching a movie feels productive. Please reply to this email by the 12th. Me reading the email on 20th. Me put in every color in the washing machine because nothing gonna happen for real, they lied. When someone's phone screen is a picture of themselves. When your alarm hasn't gone off yet, but the amount of sleep you're getting is suspicious. Your time off request has been denied. Oh no. Anyway. You'll ever be chilling, then think, damn, this is real life. When your computer says, you don't have permission to edit this file, I own you. With clothes on. Eat. Got some slexy dice, and this was the first roll. Protagonist after brutally killing 7,455 henchmans, just to stand in front of the villain and say, I can't kill him. If I kill him, I'll become just like him. I bet there's a couple seconds on that medieval texture stretcher rack where it feels incredible. Realizing you're witnessing the US enter its knees phase. Me watching the new hire skip lunch, skip breaks, thinking they'll get rewarded for working hard. Me not being able to relax all day because I have a minor commitment later tonight. Choose a major you love and you'll never work a day in your life because that field isn't hiring. When your wife is exhausted after the 6-hour-long drive that you drove. Unhated insects annual meeting. When you finish showering and already start sweating. When I'm showing someone my new hobby and their late stage capitalism brain tells me to open a business. Was trimming my husband's beard and she came up behind me. I was like, oh yeah, I'll shave the dog, jokingly, and she moved her head and now has this line in her head. She looks like a money box and I can't even look at her without crying. How do I teach my body that the fight or flight response is supposed to be for life or death situations, not social interaction? I'm so used to bar bathrooms with cutesy signs that I had to stop here and ask myself if I was a Mario or a Wario. Me when I have to train the new employee, but I have to remember the real rules, not the ones I made up. 8-year-old me imagining catfish. Working 40 hours made me realize why my dad emotionally neglected me as a child. I went an entire semester without realizing my friend had Tourette's. He'd randomly say backing off, and we'd all say, hell yeah, and high five him, thinking he was just a cool guy who liked to party. Backing off. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Musicians. What if nobody wants to listen to it? Podcasters. Yeah. So I'm at the supermarket the other day, and the cashier is really taking her time. Oh shut. I hate that bro. Yeah. And I mean I've got ice cream right on the conveyor belt, and she knows it. Oh shut. I hate that bro. Pet rent is the dumbest concept I have ever heard of. How do you expect my cat to pay $50 a month? He is unemployed. The medieval urge to be entertained while eating. When you realize Cupid 19 wasn't 2 years ago, it was 6 years ago. There go the guys. Maybe I'd respect them if they didn't make it their whole entire personality. 11 PM, 2 AM, 5 AM, 9 minutes before my alarm. My worst nightmare finally became a reality. Oh god, I'm in the handicap stall. Talga, sorry Dreamski. Talga, we playing friends openly. Talga, I have to kick you. Gramsci, I'm friend. Talga, don't make this more difficult. Getting accused of using AI when you didn't is like this century's version of a witch allegation. Y'all, I lost my passport 2 years ago and have been using the same PDF scan as a substitute ever since. This is where I found it today. The lion ignores the sharp pain he gets in his chest a couple times a month. Ain't a single non-binary or person with blue hair back there. My drink about to be ace. Time machine. Have I arrived in 2050? Yes. I have come from the past, from 2025. I need articles and books about 2025. And for what? You live in that year. I want to know what is really happening. I quit social media. What do you fill the time with? Reddit. Being a man is really hard, cause what you mean go check what was that noise? Bruh, I'm scared too. How I imagined 2025 as a kid. How it turned out. October used to be cold. Source. Pool brick hydration is a full-time job. When the nice guy gets tired of being mistreated, that's when society should be afraid. Because that's when he'll make an edgy statement with a joker picture and then get back to doing nothing. Me laughing at whatever the crackhead says, so he don't stab the duck out Tammy. Genie, you have 3 wishes. Me, I wish I was always right. Genie, okay, you have 2 more wishes. Me, no, I have 3. The genie, me. What are we eating tonight? Nut cheese. No eggplant parmesan. Me 95% of the time. Me 1 to 2 days before any big event or gathering. When you laugh at a dumb meme and your partner, who is not an internet person, asks what's so funny, but it's like a tier 3 meme, and you've gotta explain about 7 years of internet for them to understand the nuances. I don't understand. After so many budget cuts, why don't we move faster? School meals should be free for everybody. Charging children to eat somewhere they are legally required to be for the entire day is crazy. Me under the shower in my 30s, wondering who I want to become when I grow up. So you're telling me that there was more police agents for Luigi than for a school shooting that happened a few days later? My mom, antisocial but pretty. My dad, social but ugly. Me, being antisocial and ugly. You should shave. I'm sure it will look good. Okay. 20 minutes later. POV. 1 year of paying for the gym and not seeing any results. Time to personally come in and see what's going on. Spend 2 years and $30,000 to earn a MA. Earn all the credits you need in a fraction of the time and cost. Smart aspiring CPAs. POV. You came home from a long day and you see this at the front door. Turned 70 today and it doesn't get any better, kiddos. I've been missing her since 8th grade. Class photo. Mine was eyes closed. Photographer physically cut or pasted someone else's eyes on top of mine. 10/10 job. Can y'all just post your therapist advice in the comments so I don't have to go? My mom has this picture hanging on her wall in her house for everyone to see. She sends it to me every Mother's Day. This is me when my kids were little. Apparently they needed me, and so did the dog, while I was on the toilet. A mother. Me smiling at the immigration officer, pretending I have nothing to hide, even though I have nothing to hide. A polar fox escaped from a small zoo in Germany, but got tired on the way. A zookeeper took him back. Me, working up the courage to tell my calorie counting app that I ate an entire birthday cake. Me rushing home to do absolutely nothing. POV. It's your last night in your house before you move, and life doesn't feel real. I've decided that my 20s are actually from 25 to 35. When I broke up with my ex, he thought I was going to expose him. Instead, I overfished his favorite spots and ruined them. Can we all agree that this is the best position for sleeping? He's probably thinking about the mortgage, utility bills, taxes, grocery bills, medical bills. I do not want to save to OneDrive. I want to save to the documents folder on my computer that I own in my house. How your dad looks at you when you tell him you don't know his Gmail password. My dad's signature. My signature. Cave divers in crippling debt with 4 kids and a loving wife, entering the cave that's named Keller of Men with 4 kids and a loving wife cave. Me every 5 seconds checking if everyone is vibing with the song I put on. When you realize you've been reading with your eyes, but not your brain, for the last 3 pages. I can't believe we used to jump off the swings in midair. Those knees were fresh out of the box. 13-year-old me on World of Warcraft, helping a 27-year-old woman through a divorce. Drawings like these in textbooks are one of the things I miss most from school. 9 AM at home, 7 AM at a hotel. Literally wouldn't give one shot that a mosquito took my blood if they didn't make me itch. I got enough blood for both of us, but you're punishing me for feeding you. Poor and ugly since the day he was born. And as he grew, he got poorer and uglier. Damn, I kinda no longer wish to participate in society. If you honk at me, I will kill myself. The Punisher didn't like cops, in fact he killed several of them, and the creator hates that cops and fringe groups adopted the logo. If those kids could read, they'd be very upset. You plan to start studying at 8 o'clock, but now you have to wait till 8:30. When you realize you actually live at work and visit your house. Remote workers at 8:58 AM before a 9 AM meeting. Communism sounds good in theory, but doesn't work in practice. Capitalism doesn't even sound good in theory. A true conversationalist. Gen Z. Hey little man, how's it going? Gen Z. I'm so tired. Yay. Dentist, you're brushing your teeth wrong. Nutritionist, you're eating wrong. Parents, you're living wrong. Liquor store guy, excellent choice. It is what it is, I say as I almost vomit from anxiety. Me after losing my 170 plus day Reddit streak. Wait a minute, I don't care. Today in a Zoom class my professor casually mentioned her cat, and one brave student spoke up.